Thank you for joining us. This is RSG Podcast, episode 23. I'm Ryan Estep. With me is Mr. Nathan Connor, Mr. Roby Watson. And yeah, we got a decent little podcast for you guys.
Are you really Ryan Estep?
Am I?
This is Ryan Estep as you are Roby Watson.
Fair enough, then. Fair enough. I just wanted to be sure that you were really Ryan Estep.
It's starting to question it, really. I don't know anymore.
I get that. I do. I get that.
Maybe I'm Ryan Estep.
Maybe I'm Ryan Estep.
Maybe you are.
Well, I guess let's start off with some news. Some of the tidbits. Jubilee
is cast.
And Gambit
is
cast for
X-Men.
Apocalypse?
Yeah, Apocalypse.
Every time.
I know. Every time. We know.
Yeah.
We know. Every time.
So
did you know I have to do it every time?
Every time.
Ever.
So I don't know who this actress they cast for Jubilee, but it was very much a typecast, I think.
Ooh.
They got a 14-year-old Asian girl to play a 14-year-old Asian girl.
Only Hollywood would take more cues from that.
Props to them on
Well, no, they got a 24-year-old Asian girl.
Who looks like a 14-year-old Asian girl?
That looks like a 14-year-old girl.
Right.
To play Jubilee.
She's 24?
I have no idea how old she is. I'm making stuff up.
I'm going to say, I'm pretty sure she's 14, bro. I don't know.
Lisa, what was her name? Lana
Condor.
Yeah.
Condor.
So there's that, but then there's Gambit.
Yeah.
They
got Channing I Can't Act Tatum to play Gambit. Dude, we saw him in Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah.
And he was bad. I don't like his character at all. And at no point in time was I ever sold that he was like a part wolf, part human, whatever.
Yeah,
dude.
he had teeth every now and then.
Yeah, like occasionally he had like slightly larger canine teeth. But he didn't do anything else remotely wolf-like.
Right, but that could just be
not remotely, not once. They're like,
he was really fantastic.
How do we explain the fact that Channing Tatum can't act like a wolf?
We'll
say it because he's a lone wolf.
You're not giving it.
Away from his pack.
Listen. He was fantastic in. This is the end. He was great in that movie.
Okay.
He was.
Fair enough.
I'm saying that,
but
there's a chance.
I don't see
maybe Gambit
being a
gimp.
I don't see it. I don't see a Gambit as a gimp. Maybe they should call him Gambit.
Who's the guy they had playing Gambit in the Wolverine?
Okay, that guy wasn't better.
Nobody cares.
Well, I mean,
the guy with his like super birth control haircut or whatever. Like, dude, seriously, that was the worst.
I
thought that was the worst Gambit you were ever going to see on live TV, but I might not be.
So if it's
he might not be.
Channing Tatum?
We haven't seen Channing Tatum's Gambit yet.
We've seen. Yeah.
Wait, listen, I haven't seen a movie where Channing Tatum was actually trying to act, so I actually don't know.
You don't think he was trying to act in Jupiter Ascending?
I don't think there was much for him to do in Jupiter Ascending.
Fair enough.
Occasionally growl.
Right.
I mean, that was really it, and like do action-y stuff.
It didn't sound like a wolf growl. It sounded like a man impersonating a wolf growl.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
And he had to be angry about royal people.
Yeah.
He doesn't like royal people at all.
Yeah, he bit the
there was but I was like really I was expecting there to be some like payoff with that. Like maybe whispery guy's a whispery guy because of that.
Yeah.
Nope. No payoff. No payoff there.
So,
like what? Why do we tell the story? Why do we tell the story?
So Channing Tatum is Gambit. Look forward to that, I guess.
You can't make me look forward to that.
There's just no, I don't know.
Can't make me look forward to that, dude. It's gonna be not good.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be not good.
It's not. What's next?
I got nothing about that. That's some bullshit.
But I think Jubilee but it's interesting to how they're gonna mix Jubilee into this story.
Yeah.
You mean is it going to be interesting to see them try, or it's going to be interesting because you know something about the plot that I don't?
It's going to take place in the 80s.
Oh.
And Jubilee should be like not alive in the 80s. No, like the timeline.
Well, if we're going by comic book standards, Jubilee would have been alive in the 80s, but she would have been like 6.
Wasn't she in like 3 though?
Yeah. 2 and 3 maybe. She picked, like For just a snippet.
Right, just a snippet, but she was there.
She was there.
And so if she was there...
But they've canned all that, haven't they?
Yeah, but they reset the timeline so that none of that... So 3 for sure doesn't actually exist.
Or 1 or 2, I assume.
I don't remember for sure how far back they say they went.
We can only hope.
All I know is that if 3 doesn't exist, then 1 and 2 shouldn't exist because those are all concurrent timelines.
Yeah.
So anyway, they
reset the timeline. Well, they're doing what they want. But it seems weird to me that they shoved in, like, appropriate age Jubilee at an inappropriate time, without removing her from the timeline and placing her somewhere else.
She's been, 16 for
20 years?
20 years.
Yeah.
So
I know.
It's not that big a deal.
All right, fair enough.
It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Batgirl cover art.
Yes.
Yeah, the Batgirl cover art.
Like, when are comic books just going to, stop releasing collector art for covers?
Alternate covers?
Yeah, alternate cover arts, because it never works out. Every time it comes out, there's got to be some controversy about it.
Well, let me I guess put my opinion forward on this. If for those of you who don't know, the cover art for Batgirl, one of the new Batgirl issues came out, and she's shown being basically held by the Joker, obviously held captive. The Joker's kind of touching her in a weird way, and not overtly sexual, just weird, creepy Joker way. Okay,
that's who he is.
Because he's the Joker, and she's just crying and looks absolutely terrified. And so the SJWs took up their sword and their shield.
Yes.
And went to battle.
Their keyboards and mice.
Yeah. Went to battle, and just going on and on about how this is it's sexist because she's being held like this. Now, my personal opinion is, as far as the previous Spider-Woman cover art goes, that is not sexist. It's just not, in my opinion. This one, I can see where people might have issue with it. I don't know if I agree with it, but I understand it, and I'm willing to make the allowance of, okay, you're upset about it, maybe we can change it. It's not that big a deal.
Right. Well, in the end, the artist himself, after he saw there was an outcry, came up forward and said, "Pull my cover. Don't do it."
Yeah.
He's like, I just did it as an homage to the Killing Joke, and all that I thought was pretty good, but I don't want my art to cause anyone pain or distress, so just take it down. Just don't do it.
He should have drew 3 more and put them out there.
I don't know. Like I said, in this particular situation, I don't really mind. I think it's the only reason why it's an issue is because at this point it's a hot button topic, and because it's hot button, that's why people care about it. Otherwise, it never would have been mentioned.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
It's not even that sexist, I don't think.
I don't really see it as sexist either.
I mean, it's just an homage to something that happened in Batgirl's past. It happened.
Yeah.
It was a thing. Was it unfortunate? Sure. Was it bad? Yes, for Batgirl, for sure, for everyone. But it's not like
happened.
if you're going to create. Well, here's the argument, because the argument from people who are for the cover say, listen, she's a superhero. She got caught by the Joker. Bad things happen to superheroes occasionally, and this is what happens, right?
Right.
Well, the rebuttal to this, and it's not entirely wrong, is you would never see cover art of Doomsday holding up Superman doing the same thing while he's terrified and crying. You're never going to see that. You're never going to see a male superhero in that same situation. I don't know if that's true, but it's going to be a lot less likely.
It's never going to be the exact same situation, no. But
you're never going to see them drawn that way. Is the point? They're never going to draw a cover like that.
Where Superman's vulnerable or got beat up?
A other male superhero, but Superman specifically. Where he's not beat up, where he's terrified and scared, and he's being held you're never going to see a cover of that sort.
I suppose yes, that's probably true.
Yeah.
But you're not going to ever see a terrified male superhero.
Somebody did a mock cover of Doomsday holding Superman, and it looked fucking ridiculous. It did. Yeah. It looked ridiculous. That being said, I think it only looked ridiculous because it was done in direct,
Like it was made to
response,
look as ridiculous as possible.
Yeah, it was made in a direct
right?
response to this. I think if you do a cover, I think you can do a cover like that. I think you should do a cover like that because I think these are the situations that heroes get themselves into, being superheroes, fighting supervillains.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with it. I don't, and that's what right. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it wouldn't bother me if I saw this with a male character. It's just that nobody ever does it.
You think it's like woman in refrigerator time?
It's pretty close.
Yeah. See, I don't think it is, but
pretty close. Not exactly.
But I suppose in reality, that whole storyline is basically Batgirl is getting woman refrigerated.
She doesn't die, but I mean, she gets.
Well, she gets paralyzed.
She gets paralyzed. Yeah, she becomes.
And she's captured, and basically, which is only the point to like lure Batman in.
Yeah. So I mean, I understand. So, it's basically paying an homage to a trope that was pretty dark.
Yeah.
And perhaps, everyone's, well, yeah, but it happened. Yeah, that doesn't mean it was right when it happened either, necessarily. My point is, I don't care that these tropes exist as long as they exist on both sides. Because I think these tropes are, if not overused a bit, but they are pretty solid, plot devices to push a story along. Like, would I care as a male if a man was being held or was killed off to further a female storyline? I wouldn't. I don't think it wouldn't bother. I think it's an okay thing. I think it's something that we as human beings can all relate to, a death of someone close to us.
Right.
Now,
and I think the problem isn't usually that it happens. The problem is that it's usually just female characters being used in the role of being killed or being captured in order to further the male storyline.
Exactly. And,
it takes away the voice
of
that female character.
Keep the trope, get rid of perhaps the exclusivity on the role of what sex is where. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But, I don't think we should be so scared to have, like, especially in a superhero, like, if women are going to be included in these things, they need to understand that this is part of the danger of the, this fictional world.
Right.
That, we can't just never have anything bad happen to a female superhero.
Right.
That's going to be uncomfortable or violent. It's part of this genre. It's part of what it is for males as well. So
unless you're in Marvel, in which point you'll never be dead. In reality, you'll never be dead. So
that's true. They'll just reset your timeline and bring it back.
Well, they do that all the time. Like, some people, I'm almost rare people who are like, why are they rebooting this comic book? Well, they reboot comic books all the time anyway.
Yeah.
They tell different storylines, different people, like different artists and different writers will come in and write the same character in a totally different storyline. Happens all the time. That's what comic books are all about.
That doesn't take 120 minutes away from my life, or 130 minutes.
It could if you read all of them.
Yeah, but
you can't read. I know. It's rough. It's hard for me.
It really could. It absolutely could.
It's hard for me too, bro.
I guess, I'm thinking more of like a reboot. I guess I was just kind of assuming a few comments. I didn't really think about the whole series of what a whole new comic book series.
They've been writing Batman comic books for 50, 60, 70 years.
It's true.
The same Batman, he'd be dead by now.
I just don't want him to
bring back Superman or
Spider-Man.
They recently... I'm looking for Dawn of Steel.
Listen, I'm okay with Spider-Man if it's done right. Like, do you really want? Do you really want the last two Spider-Man movies to be Spider-Man?
I think at this point we just gotta let it go.
You want James Garfield to be Spider-Man?
No.
Spider-Man's a great hero.
I agree. I just think that
never James Garfield
series enough. Like I don't know. I'd probably go see it if it came out.
If you baked 2 shitty cakes that you didn't want to eat, would you stop? Or would you go, you know what, this third one, I'm going to do it right.
After I made the first shit I didn't want to eat, I would stop.
If I made 2.
Laziness aside.
I would go someplace else and buy it and not stop. I guess I can't do that.
Apparently I can't bake, so I'm going to go buy one.
This is not my skill set. I will go do something else.
Which, hey, that could be what Sony's doing. They're having someone buy them a new Spider-Man movie if they do it, because Marvel, Disney are probably going to do most of it.
Well, Kevin Feige will have a lot of the creative control.
We'll see.
Yeah, but they are releasing a Spider-Man movie, I believe, before Civil War. They're trying to jam one in before Civil War.
Weren't they pushing back the Thor movie
to
make Spider-Man?
Yeah, Thor 3 to make Spider-Man.
Yeah. Which I'm kind of okay with that. I like the Thor movies, but I'm looking more for Civil War. I'm looking more for like Ultron.
Age of Ultron. Civil War is
just over a month away.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Just
It's
over a
gonna
month
be
away.
great.
Daredevil Netflix series is like, what, 23rd?
Yeah,
Yeah, Daredevil series.
Just over a month.
May or April?
April.
Okay.
We'll have to get together and power watch that.
Hell yeah.
Get back into Hell's Kitchen.
Yep. Back to Hell's Kitchen.
Back to Hell's Kitchen. But
And then, I will binge watch all of it, and then I'll be sad that the next one isn't available.
Been out for like a year.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Where's my Luke Cage, damn it?
Luke Cage.
So,
what was next? We had a few
we
things.
had the cover art. We had
Sony is always in the market for looking for new franchises to ruin
Yeah.
and make horrible.
this.
And in their never-ending quest, they have now picked up the rights to Robotech. The
I'm
80s
amazingly pissed about this, actually.
American bank, because Robotech is like a mix of 3 animes.
Yeah.
That they jammed together to make enough episodes to make a show to put on the air in the 80s.
Yeah.
And it was like everyone in America's first introduction to not Voltron anime.
Yeah, I loved Robotech. I grew up watching the cartoon, grew up putting the models together, loving Robotech. Because there's really nothing cooler than like an airplane robot who can also be an airplane at the same time. It can be an airplane or a robot or an airplane robot.
I feel like Transformers did this.
And
Of course,
better.
I mean,
And better?
yeah,
It predates Transformers.
right. And my first introduction to anime was Ronin Warriors.
Does it?
So,
It does.
does
Yes,
When
it does.
Transformers start.
Yes, it does.
Google's.
No, it's
The manga
it's all
predates.
so far back.
The manga predates.
Fuck manga. Nobody reads that shit.
You-
Get out of here, weeboos.
There's like 15 kids in Japan that just happen to randomly come across our podcast.
And now they're
like,
dude out.
they're in a manga shop like, what I do?
Who's that fat American?
Yeah.
Why do you say that about manga?
They're
I
not-
love manga.
They're not being that nice, I don't think. But no, the Robotech, I really, really enjoyed. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to sit here and go, it was so fantastic. I was a kid who was like 6 years old,
It was
So I'm
awesome.
going-
Good.
You look up when Transformers started. I'll look up when Robotech started.
so I'm going, man, robots are freaking cool. You know, and that's all I was. I don't know the storyline. I can't tell you how the storyline goes. I can tell you that there was a couple
I remember
Robotech-ish like movies that came out that I watched that were pretty
Robot
fantastic. No.
No.
Stop it.
Dude, Robotech was the shit. You don't like. I'm just kidding. It was fucking
It
horrible.
was horrible.
It was so god awful.
Oh, I loved it when I was a kid, though. My God. 1984 is when
Original
Transformers-
run, March 4th, 1985. Fuck you.
For the
Transformers
cartoon,
was
you
first.
son of a bitch. For the cartoon, I'm talking about the manga.
There was no Robotech manga.
Right. Okay. We'll just leave it at that.
Because it's an adaptation of 3 different anime television series.
There's definitely no manga.
It says there's no manga.
No, it doesn't.
Robotech is an 85-episode adaptation of 3 different anime television series made between 1982 and 1984 in Japan.
Right.
The adaptation was aired in 1985.
Right.
With the combined edited story, robotechnology refers to the scientific advances, blah, 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 background, blah, 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 blah.
Just feel free to look it up sometime
says no manga.
so you can feel bad about yourself later.
What you sure right now? Robotech manga.
Oh my gosh. Let's just continue on.
You keep talking. 'Cause I'm
Let's just
Robotech
continue on.
manga right now.
Oh.
There's no manga for this bullshit. One, it wasn't even very good.
But anyway,
I remember watching it when I was a kid, being like, "This isn't GoBots on yet."
Oh man, now you're just that nobody
Bro,
believes you
bro.
just destroyed any kind of credibility you had.
Like, I'm like, where's Leader What at?
You destroyed any kind of credibility you had with that comment. That
so
just-
they're making a live action Robotech.
Mm-hmm.
Can we name Sony movies that are good? Can we start with that?
We could, but we would be here for a while thinking.
I just want to have hope. That's all I want.
Well, I have to like look at a list because I don't pay that much attention.
Mm.
But I'm sure they've done something that I liked
Somewhere.
at some point.
I'm thinking.
They had to have released
Not
something
in
that I
recent
liked.
history. I don't know. Let's see. What else do we got? Other than
Well, we got Game of Thrones stuff. We can
oh yeah, the Game of Thrones.
Did you see they had a clip on Jimmy Kimmel because Maisie Williams was on Jimmy Kimmel, the lady that plays her.
Yeah.
They had a clip of her arriving at the House of Black and White.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
It's a good clip. I was gonna post it to the thing, but I couldn't find a clip of just it.
actually,
To the Facebook.
This
Just it.
This is something.
Jimmy Kimmel interview, and I hate that guy.
Jimmy Kimmel, you hate?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say Jimmy Kimmel's kind of.
I don't mind Jimmy
I
Kimmel.
like
so much.
Jimmy Kimmel. He's funny.
Yeah.
But this is something I'm actually curious to whether or not you're going to watch this season or not, because they've announced that this season is going to spoil the books.
They said it's all going to be minor spoilers. It's not going to be for everyone's storyline. According to Benioff and whatever his name is, like D&B, the producers or whatever, they're like,
Right.
it's only going to be a little bit, and only towards the end.
Yeah, but those two guys also think rape's okay.
Fair point. But that doesn't make them wrong about this.
I suppose not. But
This and rape are totally different subjects.
it's
I'm not sure why it is that you're trying to downplay the horror of rape
Character
by
slander.
comparing it to.
I'm not down. They downplay it
Anyway,
with weak justification.
I will still watch it.
Will you?
Yeah, I will too.
Next
Will you be
season,
mad?
next season I might not. Depending.
Well, next season you might have book 5 or
book 6 out, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully. But if we don't, next season I might not watch. I might pass it up.
I think I'm still gonna watch even if the book isn't out yet, just so that when I do read the books, I can be like, "Oh, this is so much better,"
Fair enough. Or
because it is.
it'll be by that
Well,
point it'll be
that's-
so entirely different from the books anyway.
True, it'd be like a different story altogether.
It's really not. He makes a good point there. Here. Like, you always enjoy the movie more when you watch it first. There's only one, there's only one movie I can remember where I watched the movie and I don't think there's no possible way I could have enjoyed that movie, period. And that was the Abraham Lincoln.
Vampire Hunter. Movie was bad, dude.
That movie was freaking
The book
terrible.
was actually pretty decent with that.
I enjoyed the book.
Unless you read it like
I
read it.
Vegas, yeah.
I read it.
But there was no possible way I could have
I read it.
enjoyed that movie.
Someplace.
But the thing
Yeah,
is,
it wasn't right. Right, that wasn't back in Vegas.
yeah, it was.
But it's the year before I thought it was the year you're talking about.
Right.
But the thing is that you can watch it, enjoy it now, and then when you read the book, see how much better it is, and then you can enjoy the book even
Again,
more.
I mean, you're not going to get a chance to. I mean, unless he just after that comes out. I mean, you're not going to get a chance to see Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, or another chance, I would say.
Yeah. So you can't just erase that part of my memory and go back.
Right.
Let's watch the TV series all over again. Back, oh my God, and then read the books.
But how does that make you feel though? Because you haven't read the books, right?
I've not read the books.
So now you're gonna be on an even plane in regards to.
I won't.
people that-
I don't think I will in reality. Like, I might know as much as you guys know about the show, obviously, but because the books are, as Roby has stated multiple times, very different at this point, and also
Yeah.
just better. And just from the discussions we've had, they sound better. Mainly because George R.R. Martin, even though he likes to kill off his own characters, is less rapey in general.
Yeah.
So I think I would very much enjoy reading the books at some point, but I don't think I'm going to worry so much about this ruining it for me because it is a lot different. So I'd like to see how it plays out.
They're a lot different.
Yeah, and how the characters develop in the books. It'll be a delight for me to read even after watching the show.
So Game of Thrones has become a choose your adventure novel now at this point.
I think book 6 is going to be. I think there's going to be a lot of dying in book 6
Oh, I think so too. I really do.
because we got
It's about to get real.
well, they've added the point of view characters have been escalating
Mm-hmm.
for the last couple of books, and more different POV characters, and it's got to start trimming down.
Which of the Stark kids is dying next?
I think we're done. I think we're done killing Stark kids.
Yeah.
I think Bran dies before the end of the series.
Okay. All right.
Because then we find out that Bran is actually evil, or on the side of not what everyone else thinks is good.
Mm.
I think he ends up dying before the end of the season, or before the end of the series.
That's
I do
interesting.
think Bran goes away.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I do think that none of the other Stark kids are going to die.
Yeah.
Arya's gonna live.
Yeah.
Sansa's gonna
come
live.
close to dying though, because Arya's a fucking knucklehead.
But she might. She might get in some trouble. She's gonna get some scrapes for sure. But I don't think she's gonna die.
Can't wait to see how they show her losing her face. Spoilers.
I wonder if they're gonna go that far in the show or not, like in this season.
I think they'll.
Because she was in the House of Black and White for a while.
True.
And then she spent some time, like, are we going to do her whole, like, storyline? Because she spent some time as Cat of the Canals as well.
True, yeah.
And then came back to the House of Black and White after she murdered that one dude.
I think they'll probably finally kill off both of the Cleganes.
Never happened, bro.
They're both going to die.
Get out! They're both undead warriors of badass awesomeness now.
Well, they're not going to kill Daenerys, and they're not going to, well...
You don't know, George.
I think Daenerys is going to die. I do.
In 6?
In book 6? Possibly.
I suppose so.
She might not make it out of book 6, is all I'm saying.
Well, then if Daenerys dies, then your dude's probably already dead.
Snow?
Snow's
never going to die, bro.
Look at it. He's just... Listen to this dude.
Yeah.
Bro, you don't know.
Listen to this dude.
You have not read the book.
I don't need to read the books
You're missing a lot of
to
subtext.
see you paint your own picture the way you want to see it. I don't need to.
Whatever.
It's
Don't need
unnecessary.
her. She's gone.
I know
No,
you
we're gonna
well
put
enough to know.
some
You're just like,
sparkles
you know what? Jon Snow's awesome, so he's not dying.
Romance.
She could die because I don't really care. He's painting.
We don't need her
picture.
for her dragons.
But
so she can
Tyrion,
go
I like
with-
Tyrion too, but I think he could go as well.
I think Tyrion might die.
I don't know. I think
Nah, Tyrion absolutely can die. That's like one of the prime characters that like everybody loves. That George R. R. Martin could be like, I'm killing him. I absolutely think it's possible.
I don't see him playing like an important part of the end role, like end game. You know what I mean? Maybe, but maybe not. Because you have Jaime's redemption arc. Obviously,
Jaime dies.
Obviously, Cersei's on the way out.
Cersei dies. Jaime dies.
I could see Cersei dying. I really could.
Yeah,
I
she's
could see it
almost
being
certainly going
Sansa.
to die. You think so?
I think Sansa's
I think
gonna,
it's going to be
take
one
a
of the
knife
sand
to his-
snakes.
You think so? Oh, revenge.
He's going to be one of the sand snakes.
Yes,
That's
but we
what I
still have
think.
to worry about the Queen's Champion at some point. That'll be interesting to
Yeah.
see the Queen's Champion.
Oh, no, don't worry. The Hound's got him.
Okay. The game bowl.
That's right. The game bowl.
Yeah.
Get hype, my friends. Get hype.
So the only
I will
see,
post that every day
of
to
the point
Facebook
of view
page for Half
characters.
Until everyone's hype.
of the you'll be there all the time. Of the point of view characters that exist, I think the only ones that he could kill that would surprise me or like seriously take me by surprise would be any more of the Stark children. Those would all take me by surprise, with the exception of the youngest one. He could die. Who knows?
Murdoch never had a point of view, so
Yeah.
Daenerys, Jon Snow, and that's about it. Anybody else dies, it won't surprise me that much. But if any of those characters, so if he's looking to surprise somebody,
I think we're going to see the death of Stannis you were talking about.
Stannis the Manus is gone.
Yeah.
I
He's
believe
not
it.
making it out of book 6. There's no way
100%
Stannis makes it out of book 6.
Yes, I believe that too.
No way.
You think
'Cause
it's the
Stannis is
royal
always-
sacrifice that Melisandre is looking for?
Melisandre's dying.
You think so?
I think we're going to find out that Melisandre is the false prophet.
Oh, yeah. Well,
She's a false
kinda
prophet.
playing that way,
That,
yeah.
like, she doesn't really see what she thinks she sees.
She's just insane.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Likes to birth evil spirits to kill other Stannis youngers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Personal baby
Baratheons,
demon.
that's it.
other Baratheons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like to birth Baratheons to kill Baratheons.
Little demon Baratheons.
Yeah.
They had an
Demon
interesting,
Baratheon will take the lead and he'll be the new.
On Jimmy Kimmel, they also had interesting, like, they're proud to the cast, the premiere. They're like, okay, if this was tender for the cast, who would you swipe right?
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty
Yeah.
That was pretty amusing.
I'm surprised how many swipe left Cersei got. Like everybody was like,
I was like, no.
no.
That bitch crazy.
Yeah.
That bitch
Love
crazy.
the actress, hate the characters. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Well, I mean,
Like if it was Lena, right. Cersei,
Right.
left.
get out of here.
That was an interesting little tidbit to watch.
That was funny.
Yeah,
That's pretty funny.
very amusing on the YouTubes.
Let's see. Do we have anything else?
I don't think so.
I think
We
so.
were going to touch on Hearthstone cards, but you said you're going to do that in a separate
Yeah,
podcast.
probably tomorrow we'll do a separate podcast for Hearthstone because there's a number of new cards out, and if I start talking about them now, we'll take it'll take forever. But I'll tell you this much: the release date for it is April 3rd, so like right around the corner.
Yeah, it's next
You
week.
should see
Right?
the new adventure pack.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Tuesday or Wednesday, yeah.
You should do some Twitch with you playing the new stuff when it comes out.
I should. Well,
That's what you're horrible at Twitch and Hearthstone.
We're RSG at Twitch, right?
yeah, RSG Podcast on Twitch. We'll probably be switching to Twitch. We'll make an announcement.
We've
on
been talking about doing it for
yeah.
a bit.
Probably the next 3 weeks. So we'll have the Twitch channel, probably do some gameplay. Nothing too serious at this point. But, just for funsies. Yeah. I think the easiest game right now to stream is probably Hearthstone because it's easy to play and talk.
Right.
You could do Minecraft too at some point if you wanted to.
I would love to do a Minecraft one, yeah.
This guy probably won't want to be involved with it. Because why?
I'll talk. You guys can play Minecraft and I'll talk the whole time.
Because he has no creativity.
If I want to wash dishes, you'll go to the sink and wash dishes, right? Is that what you always say? Yeah.
Which is funny, you can't wash dishes in Minecraft or whatever.
Yeah, if I wanted to dig a stupid hole, I wouldn't go outside and dig a stupid hole.
If
But
you
you
wanted
can't
to-
just go out and dig a hole. You got to dig a hole in perfect squares all the way around.
Perfect squares?
Yeah.
I can dig perfect 8-bit squares, bro. Okay? Don't challenge my digging skills.
And can you put that
Right
dirt in
here.
your inventory?
Yes.
And then go make a giant dirt
Right.
castle?
Right in my pocket. You carry 100 squares of dirt in my pocket.
I don't know. I'm actually really excited for the new Hearthstone adventure pack. Going through the AI
That
should be
should be
fun. Yeah. The dragons is the new archetype for it, so
Nice.
there'll be dragon decks that exist.
It'd be interesting to see how they've made the bosses in Blackrock Depths or wherever they're going for sure. It's all Blackrock Mountain area, right?
Yeah, it's all Blackrock Mountain.
Right. So
One of the new cards that was just revealed was Nefarian. And
yeah.
So
So
tired of killing that guy.
Jesus, he needs to get a life, bro.
Seriously.
Seriously, we're coming here.
yeah, but it's gonna, it's basically gonna have a little bit of everything from everywhere in there. Because all Blackrock Mountain was more or less controlled by, Nefarian, except for maybe the Molten Core, which
Right.
wasn't technically in Blackrock Mountain.
True, but Nefarian's father controlled Ragnaros for the most part. They
Yeah.
brought him back. So, you have to put up with the annoying princeling then at that point. So.
Right. Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see how they translate their boss mechanics from WoW into Hearthstone mechanics.
Well, Nefarians, because I don't know if you remember doing the Nefarian fight, but he likes to take stuff from changes depending on what the class makeup of your group was, your raid was.
Hunters, your bows are broken.
Right.
Death Knights get Death Grip to his face, which is not good.
So for the card, his battle cry is, I think he's pretty, I can't remember his stats, but he's like a 9/9 for 9. But his battle cry is, you just get 2 random spell cards of whatever your opponent's class is.
That's cool.
So not something that's in their deck. So
Yeah.
if you're playing a warrior, you might just get bouncing blades twice,
Right.
even though they're not running bouncing blades.
Even though in the game he made all warriors switch to Berserker stance. Even
They
the
probably should be.
Well, I
I
mean,
don't have too much fun to fight. Too many months of raid wiping on that.
Yeah. Good old Nefarian.
so I don't know. I think it's going to be good. I'm pretty excited for it. In anticipation, I've been playing through the Nax bosses again, which they are pretty challenging. They're pretty hard.
They really are.
So
They give you throw a lot of weird things at you.
I think I do understand what you're saying. It wouldn't be so bad if the Nax bosses didn't, some of them anyways, didn't require you to get the perfect hand sometimes. You have to
Yeah,
have the
They
perfect
really
opening
require you
hand.
to have the perfect opening hand and get good draws.
Yeah.
You don't have to have necessarily perfect draws, but you have
For
to have
heroic.
good draws for heroic.
For heroic. I think if you can do the regular stuff and kind of flub it a little bit and win.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see how they do with this one. I don't know. I think it's going to be fun. I think they've introduced a lot of really interesting mechanics with some of the new cards. We'll go over some of the ones that we haven't gone over yet. Probably tomorrow. So,
Sounds good.
yeah.
But I could talk about the DLC for Dragon Age Inquisition.
Is it good?
I still really I haven't started that game.
It was-
so bad.
It was all right. They, throughout the entire, you come across these things called the Avar, which are just basically Vikings. in the world of Dragon Age.
All right.
And they have their holds and stuff like that. For the most part, they don't really play that big of a part in Inquisition, except for like there's one marshland area where you have to like save your Inquisition soldiers from the Avar tribe leader that's there. And that's about the only time you ever come across them. Well, this whole thing is all about them and one of their gods being manifested into a dragon and sent to wipe the plains and destroy the lowlanders, as they call them. It was nice. They recommend you starting off at level 20, which if you play Dragon Age Inquisition, it's not hard to get to level 20. Or is it, but I was playing it on casual for the expansion, and it's hard. Like, well, your top weapons and gear that you had ending and fighting the final bosses of Inquisition, like, it didn't. It helped you with some of the rifts and stuff like that. But when you went to fight the Avar, they have ridiculously high armor, ridiculously high hit points. Even the little skirmishes with 3 or 4 of them took at least 5 minutes to actually down them. So gameplay-wise, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It only added probably maybe 4 hours of gameplay to the actual game, though, because it's just one zone. They just open up one new zone, so you can click on it. I guess if I wanted to spend time and see everything, I did all the quests, main storyline. I tried to hunt down all the little shards and stuff like that. It was about 5 hours of gameplay. So, but
how much was that?
It was like $14.99, I think, which isn't really that bad. It's just like a new zone. I just hope they don't keep adding new zones.
$15 for 5 hours is about appropriate for the going rate today. Anyways, like if you buy any kind of an indie game for $15, you're probably gonna play it for about 5 hours.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed with the whole, because the purpose is you come into this area, the Frostback Mountains. You're at the base of the Frostback Mountains, and there's a friendly tribe of Avar called Stonebear Hold, and then you have Hakon.
Can you choose to be friends with the other one?
No. The Sons of Hakon or whatever, Hakon's Jaw or something like that. There's some fanatic group that are doing their thing, and they attack you on sight and stuff like that. But you have to befriend this one village, and they already accept you when you walk in. If they're not actively trying to kill you, you don't have to really go above and beyond to prove yourself. And then there's like 5 options. Like you have to win favor with them, and you just got to get like 5 things, like do 5 quests and get them to say okay, and then you're fine. So it was really kind of anticlimactic in regards to that. So I don't know. The dragon fight, you fight 2 bosses. One boss is actually really difficult because they have a mechanic in that I actually liked, where you're in this it's basically Ice Crown Citadel because it's ice cold,
right?
And the guy you're fighting is a frost guy. So you're walking through this little castle, this old Tevinter castle, and you have to light these bonfires. You have to stay close to the bonfires, otherwise you got this little gauge that ticks down, and when you're cold, you start losing health.
Right.
You start slowing down, and your vision fades out. So you have to fight all the mobs and fight the boss, who is actively shutting down these things. And you have to kind of. It was kind of difficult, but the dragon fight, the final fight, it's cake. So disappointing.
Huh. That's weird.
But yeah, it's pretty fun. Check it out. If you want another few hours to play Dragon Age Inquisition, then yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Yeah. I'm ready for the game, to be honest. I'm ready for a big one. Another 20-hour dump. So 100-hour if you're like me. But
yeah, I'm getting to that point too. I'm ready for something else to hit.
Mass Effect 4?
That's a ways out.
Yeah, it's like 2017 probably.
We might see something in E3 this year, but it's not going to be anything serious. Like the next big thing to look forward to that I can think of, off the top of my head, is Battlefront 3.
Yeah, Battlefront 3.
I saw an interesting little promotional video for Battlefront. It just had some guy, you couldn't tell if he was a rebel or what, but he's walking through the tundra of Hoth, and things are like this ship blows up and crashes beside him, and he looks up, and it's and AT-AT stomping down beside him, just like, oh, and that was it. I was like, I kind of want to play this. Yeah. So
Battlefront 2 was really good.
Yeah, I only played the first Battlefront. I played with Marvel. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is a very fun game.
Yeah.
But, there's that. There's a lot of other titles coming out. There's some titles I wonder where the hell they're at. Specifically, what was the name of it? The Tom Clancy one.
There's a little place in California called Development Hell.
Yeah.
It's
not The Division. No.
The Division, yes.
Well, Division wasn't supposed to come out until, I think, end of the year 2015.
Yeah, like early 2016. was always when Division was going to schedule to come out.
It's just there hasn't been a lot of news on it.
Yeah, there hasn't been anything, which is kind
Because
of scary.
it's currently moving into its new apartment in development hell.
Yeah.
Is it development hell, you think, for this one?
That's my guess. Or it'll end up being like Watch Dogs.
It's an
With a whole
odd.
lot of promise and a whole
No,
lot of
you know
not
what?
follow through.
The fact that it's not coming out till 2016 gives me hope to not be like Watch Dogs.
Yeah, well, that's because you live to hope about video games. Hope that will always let you down.
Not always. Wildstar did not let me down.
Fair enough.
The fans let me down with Wildstar because they're all quitting too hard.
Too hard.
Too hard. Figure it out.
Tell them, bro.
Yeah.
When was the last time you played Wildstar?
When my computer was working,
when I can
which
afford
has
it.
been a while.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it though. I didn't want to quit. My computer died, and I just got lazy about fixing it.
We should go back sometime.
I think so.
Yeah.
If we get a full 5-man group, it'd be a lot easier.
I had fun just building my house and my bar.
I know you did.
That was I had a lot of fun.
That's one of the things that I wish they would just let you do more of. Because you got only about a quarter of the way complete before you ran out of you couldn't put any more light sources anywhere.
Yeah, I was super disappointed. I couldn't apply any more TVs. I couldn't apply any more tables. I couldn't apply any more lights. I had reached my maximum limit for that. And I had the collectors, or not the collectors, but not the collectors, but the one below that gives you a larger setup.
Yeah, Digital Deluxe or whatever.
Yeah, Digital Deluxe. So I was supposed to have
Deluxe.
more space and everything else, but I couldn't even finish the brothel portion up top.
We had way too many
I
lights in the
know.
brothel. Okay, it's a brothel.
I had a bunch of
Lights are not required, and it's some
I had
brothels.
2 lights
They're
upstairs.
absolutely not mandatory. They're mandatory to not have lights at some brothels.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
We'll
Check us out on Facebook at was it RSG Podcast? On
RSG
Facebook?
Podcast on Facebook. We'll put the link to the Twitch channel
Yeah.
up there so you can take a look at that if you so desire.
We have a Twitter that we've neglected.
We have
At
Twitter.
RSG
Oh, yeah,
Podcast.
give it Twitter. We do
Yeah,
have
it's set
Twitter.
up to automatically just retweet whatever we put on the Facebook. So
Since we've been neglecting that, we've also been neglecting
Facebook, yeah. We have a website,
We should-
rsgpodcast.com.
we should call our podcast neglected things.
when we feel like it.
Right?
We
Podcast.
gotta work up the non-lazy to change the name.
Yeah, well,
That's not happening.
That'll be a year at least
yeah.
All right, well,
of accumulated
night.
care.
Good night.
bitches.
Push it.